Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show today. And this part of the Cricket Happening Show, always I go to the one which is really something which is some news which is talking about holding the title. Well, so on that score what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you down to the Caribbean, where yesterday I'm going to start off this particular cricket show with this particular small brief report. And this was a match which was the Caribbean T20 domestic finals, which was contested between Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago, who have already won this tournament twice in succession. But today, what they did is they had the third match. They won their third match in succession. So what a moment and what an achievement that was be. So Trinidad and Tobago were the Caribbean T20 finals champions. In fact, they are the champions now as far as T20 domestic cricket in the Caribbean is concerned. And Trinidad and Tobago, they are a very strong unit. I'll talk about that. It all started with Guyana batting first, but Guyana didn't. I wouldn't say they really they didn't put up a good show at all, considering that it was a final just played at the Best Joe Stadium, Grouse Island in St. Lucia. But I thought Guyana didn't really play well. Also, credit to the bowling from the Trinidadians, especially Shannon Gabriel, was bowling with lots of pace and really ripped in two vital wickets there of Ramnaresh Sarwan and Narsingh Deonarayan. So 116 for 6 was the final score for Guyana, which always, I would say the writing was on the wall, that Trinidad and Tobago, with such a strong batting lineup that they boast of, one could definitely see the writing on the wall, and that's what precisely happened. So 116 all out Guyana. The Griffith, the opener, contributed 29 runs of 32 balls, 1 for 1 6. The other major contributor, as you know, the other day in the semi-finals, Christopher Barnwell had done well, and today too he made his knock really make it very important with 32 runs of 39 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. And at the end, they were in fact, one more person who reached the double figures was Royston Crandon, who was unbeaten, 16 of 8 balls, 1 4 and 1 6, 116 all out. As I said, the Trinidadian are a very strong unit. Look at the bowling. Shannon Gabriel, absolutely very pacey and very nippy. 4 overs no made in 2 for 16. Samuel Badri, the spinner, 4 overs 1 for 21. All playing test matches, as you know. Sunil Narine, 4 overs none for 26. Darren Bravo, 4 overs none for 31 was costly. Emrith bowled 4 overs no made 2 for 18. So that was the story as far as Guyana was concerned. So Guyana 116, as I said, it's always going to be difficult for Guyana to defend such a score, and that was precisely the case. In fact, it was a very electric start to the innings by the two openers, Lendy Simmons and Evelyn Lewis, who cracked 52 runs for the first wicket, before Evelyn Lewis, after cracking 32 of just 18 deliveries, 4 fours and 2 sixes, was caught by Johnson on the bowling of Beaton. As you know, his Beaton has been very impressive. If you look at his bowling figures, even though I would say Guyana lost, Beaton continues to be impressed because he has lots of pace and he's a very young, impressive bowler. 4 overs no made and 1 for 11, his figures. And after that, it was all over for Guyana. Guyana couldn't make any further inroads into the batting, as Lendy Simmons went on to have an unbeaten 52 to his name of 37 balls with 4 fours and 3 sixes, and Kieron Pollard smashed 25 of 21 balls with 1 4 and 3 6. He was also unbeaten on 25, and the victory was Trinidad and Tobago, their third successive victory in the third successive victory as far as Caribbean domestic T20 tournaments are concerned. So Trinidad and Tobago are truly the champions. And look at the bowling. Jacobs 3 overs cost him 35. Barnwell 1 over went for 10. Beaton was very impressive amidst the onslaught. 4 overs for 11 runs and his wicket. Bishu 2 overs went for 30. He was really hammered, Devendra Bishu. Narine 1.3 overs, none for 16, and Permal none for 13. The man of the match went to Shannon Gabriel of Trinidad and Tobago for some splendid bowling there, and he truly deserved it. And then the player of the series went to Darren Bravo of the Trinidad and Tobago. So it's all done and dusted as far as the title is concerned. Now, as you know, there's not going to be any domestic T20 tournament. In fact, what West Indies are going to do is they are going to follow the world cricket. What they are going to do is they are going to float a Caribbean T20 league like how the IPL, the Big Bash League, the Bangladesh Premier League is going on, something on those lines. So IPL, so probably West Indies are going to get their first Premier League there, and from next year onwards, we are all waiting for the Caribbean T20 Premier League to start. So this was the last time that a Caribbean T20 tournament, the Caribbean T20 tournament was held. From now on, from next year onwards, it is going to be the Caribbean T20 League. So you would see a lot of imports coming in, and there'll be a lot of entertainment and razzmatazz. So Trinidad and Tobago winning the 2012-2013 Caribbean T20 tournament, and congratulations to the Trinidad and Tobago team. Well, from here, I'm going to talk about not really a preview, but just wanting to talk about the second one-day international, which is coming up. You know, New Zealand would be absolutely buoyed up by that effort the other day when I'm sorry, when they actually went on to win the match, and that would have really boosted their confidence, no end, no doubt about it. So New Zealand would be definitely looking forward to the second one-day international. Rob Nicol, Martin Guptill probably needs to really fire, because New Zealand won, but Martin Guptill couldn't really get amongst the runs, and that has been a sort of a question mark for New Zealand. So he really needs to get going. Brian Watling, well, Kane Williamson has been doing well the test matches, as you know. Brendan McCullum, the captain. Franklin played a good hand, as you know. But whether Jimmy Neesham, whether Colin Munro will get a chance to make his ODI debut. The other day we saw Mitchell McClenaghan becoming the first player from New Zealand to take 4 wickets on debut, which was a very good achievement by Mitchell McClenaghan with his left arm seam and swing bowling. Jimmy Neesham also made his debut but couldn't do much. Nathan McCullum and Kyle Mills. So this is the party which constitute New Zealand. This match is going to be played at Kimberley. For South Africa, the ones which, as you know, there is no A.B. de Villiers in the match because of the suspension, and Faf du Plessis has already hinted that probably they were a bit overconfident, and now they really need to work up well and, you know, really play with a lot of determination and a lot of responsibility. So that is what probably everyone is looking for as far as the second one-day international is. International starts at Kimberley, as you know, and that is Graham Smith, Hashim Amla. They are a very powerful batting lineup, so it was a real surprise that South Africans faltered. Graham Smith, Hashim Amla, Colin Ingram is also a very good batsman. The other thing is that David Miller should be back in place. So David Miller, as you know, he's coming on some very good runs which he has scored for his team Yorkshire, where he was representing in the English County Cricket League. So David Miller has been scoring very prolific scorer there. So he would like to translate that, and I'm also told that he also is doing well in the South African domestic tournament, which is good. Quinton de Kock would be keeping the gloves, and then Ryan McLaren, who was impressive in the previous match. Robin Peterson, Rory Kleinwilt, Moni Morton, Ron Wabel, Sotsobe. So that's the composition, and I'm told this pitch is good for batting. So one has to wait and watch, because there have been high scores scored in the past between South Africa and Sri Lanka, where South Africa, even after scoring 299, they couldn't really win against Sri Lanka. So we are all looking forward to that one-day international which is coming up of the series. It's only a three one-days. Tomorrow is the time for New Zealand. If they win, well, they would have taken the series. But for South Africa, well, they would definitely wanting to level it and take it to the decider at the Potchefstroom, the third ODI. So that is as far as that is concerned. Other than that, well, the Pakistani team has landed in South Africa, as I said yesterday. That has happened. And other than that, well, I don't have anything else to share other than that. So, but as I said, the New Zealand South Africa match is going to be keenly watched. As you know, New Zealand have won the previous one-day international, so they definitely would be wanting to do a repeat of what they did. But you know, South Africa, I'm sure they're going to be much smarter this time around, no doubt about that. So, but we are going to have a very good game which is going to be played at Kimberley. That is the third one-day international. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, yes, one more thing that I would like to talk about is okay, I've also enrolled myself into the Google Plus. So many people who are there who can also probably go into the Google Plus, and also you can view my videos. You know, I'm already there on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere. So if you want to go on to Google Plus, I'm sure you would be in a position to see my videos. I'm there on Google Plus too, just for your information. That is a recent signing that I did on Google Plus. Now, the other thing that I would like to talk about is we are talking about the fracas that happened in the Big Bash League, where Marlon Samuels and Shane Warne really got into a real bit of tangle there. Well, the tangle has really left them bruised. I mean, it left Marlon Samuels bruised, but Marlon Samuels has escaped with only a reprimand. But Shane Warne has been fined. I mean, he has been heavily fined for that particular act that he put there, because the law felt that they felt that basically it was some provocation that led to everything. Other than that, dear fans, friends and subscribers, one more news that it's leaking in from India is that in the this time in the 2013 Premier League, the IPL, as you know, Indian Premier League, I am told that Anil Kumble, who actually was looking after the RCB, the Royal Challengers Bangalore, has shifted his allegiance to Mumbai Indians. So he would be with the Mumbai Indians as a mentor. So that's another news which is coming in. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, I don't have anything else to talk, but as I said, Trinidad and Tobago are the domestic West Indies champions, domestic champions in the Caribbean, as far as they are the T20 domestic champions. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the show for today. See you all tomorrow with the full report, or probably not with the full report, probably with some update on the third one-day international, which is going to be starting between South Africa and New Zealand at Kimberley. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.